I share my recipes with the world. Back then they called it a stupid idea, but today I have more than 10 million followers on social media.
Hi Sanjyot.
Welcome to IFL. Welcome to the kitchen.
Wow.
Good?
मिर्ची भी नहीं है ज़्यादा, बहुत टेस्टी है.
Tastes like the streets of Mumbai. चलो बातें क्या करें, खाते हैं.
Who were your inspirations while growing up? What's the favorite kind of food that you kind of loved as a child?
My favorite food was always street food. So street food, especially Mumbai street food, has inspired me a lot in my journey. My first ever recipe which I cooked was a pav bhaji, and that happened, like as kids, we always look up to actors and actresses, and you get back home and you'll be like, I want to dress up like this particular actor. For me, it was, I watched a pav bhaji vendor making pav bhaji in the streets, and I came back home and told my mom, मुझे pav bhaji बनानी है.
How old are you?
I must be like about 10-12 years old at that time, and I cooked my first pav bhaji and everybody loved it, and that is how I started cooking.
You were telling me outside that in the first year of social media you didn't earn anything.
Yeah.
My question to you is that you took a very unconventional approach when you chose social media, because a lot of celebs, they were choosing to do TV or become a manager at some restaurant. Why did you think that social media will be a fruitful option for you back in the day?
So I did not become a content creator by choice. I was cooking professionally, worked on the sets of MasterChef as a food producer, and then I was going to go to London to study further. And right during that time, my family went through a very rough financial phase. And that's when I had to give up cooking and join my father to help him out. And while being there, I just thought I was not cooking anymore and I wanted to stay in touch with food. And that's how I started creating videos on weekends. And that's how I became a content creator. A lot of people thought that I'm stupid. But then I always believed that, you should never kill your stupid ideas. I knew that if I was able to create a following, I would be able to create businesses around it one fine day. And now 7 years down the line, now people think that it was a smart choice. It was not stupid.
Food is a major content bucket on YouTube. How do you think you managed to break the clutter?
There's been focused to 2 or 3 major points. One is I always saw that there are a lot of unfortunate people who cannot spend a lot of money on food. These people want to try out new recipes. So I started creating content with very basic ingredients, no equipment involved, so that they could cook with whatever they have in their kitchen. Second, I wanted to change how food was presented on television. Because on television, to see a butter chicken recipe or a dal makhni recipe, you needed to spend like about half an hour. And now when you had your phone screen, people had very shorter attention spans.
Yeah.
So I started creating 1-minute food videos where the whole recipe could be actually cooked at home by just watching a 1-minute video.
We are at YFL studio, so I'd love to get a glimpse into what your studio is all about. Could we have a sneak peek?
Sure, why not? Let's go.
Could you tell us a little bit about the set, your equipment?
This is not a set for the first thing. It's a practical, functional kitchen. And apart from the kitchen aspect, there's a lot of video production equipment what we have. Yeah, there's an outdoor space as well. We have a wood-fired oven. We have another pizza oven over there. So we do barbecue.
You're talking about barbecue. I'm having water in my mouth right now. So are there days when you're like sick and tired, मुझे खाना नहीं बनाना?
वो तो नहीं होता है, but then this happens that if I am doing one particular recipe and I wanted to get it really right, if I've cooked it for like about 20 times for just one video, me and my team will be like, we won't eat this thing for the next month now, we've watched it a lot. Whenever I'm asked that how do you unwind yourself, I say I cook again.
Oh.
So without the cameras rolling, because cooking in front of the camera is very different. When I'm cooking for someone, when people can actually eat, it gives me a lot of happiness.
Who was that one person who probably tasted your food, said that it's really good, and that was like a pat on your back? कि यार अब मैंने अच्छा काम कर लिया.
6 years back, I met my now wife. So when we became friends, I always wanted to cook for her. The first time when I cooked for her, it was a 9-course meal.
Oh, wow.
Designed, actually perfectly according to her liking. We started dating after that. So that was the pat on the back and we got married.
What's your vision with your food labs? Where do you see it going in the next 10, 15 years?
So now with content itself, we are building IPs. Other than that, very excited to launch my D2C products. So building a D2C business right now where you will be able to use YFL cookware, small appliances, everything to do with the kitchen in your home. But yeah, I want to create jobs. I want to built multiple businesses around the community I have built.
Sanjyot, thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you so much for having me on Brut.